Flagstaff's quiet had turned into a dense, oppressive noise that was hard to ignore. In the early amber light of a lowering sun, Janelle sat by herself at the kitchen table. As she went through the pile of mail that had accumulated over the course of weeks, her hands shook a little. It was no longer just trash. These were actual notices. Last requests. Warnings by default. Envelopes with crimson stamps that read, "Past due" and windowed panels. She didn't recognize the bank emblem on one of the envelopes. Her stomach clenched as she opened it with an odd foresight. It was a credit statement connected to the family's previous LLC, the legal structure they had employed to manage their combined assets in Las Vegas years prior. It had been years since she had accessed that account. The charges were illogical. An upscale furniture store in Scottsdale. A Sedona-based private children's therapist. A retreat for crystal healing. Almost $6,400 at one upscale store. $9,200 more was spent at a Desert Essence Chakra spa. Timestamps from the previous few months, when Janelle was budgeting for grocery shopping and fighting to keep utilities running in her little rental, were attached to each transaction. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel TLC Flicks. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. She checked again and blinked. The account bore her name. Not Robyn's. Not even Cody's. Only hers. Janelle didn't sleep that night. While she sat with the papers spread out on her lap, her phone occasionally buzzed with a message from one of her children inquiring about her well-being. Yes, she said. However, she wasn't. Not even close. Her phone buzzed once more at 11:17 p.m., and it was Robyn calling. After letting it ring once, twice, and then again, Janelle picked it up. Janelle. Robyn's voice sounded airy and soft, like a character on her deathbed in a soap opera. I have a favor to ask. Janelle remained silent. I believe there is a problem. With my well-being. I've been feeling really lightheaded. I have trouble keeping meals down. I shouldn't even be standing, according to Cody. Janelle's jaw tightened. Are you at risk? A pause occurred. No. However, I feel exhausted. Would you kindly come over? I am unable to even think clearly. With a sigh, Janelle touched the envelope that was still on the table. With a hollow voice, she answered, I'll come. By the time Janelle reached Robyn's house, the scenery had become colorless and chilly due to the onset of dusk. The property had an artificial perfume, like a scented plug-in trying too hard to be spiritual, and a subtle lavender scent. Robyn was sprawled on the couch with a bowl of mostly consumed berries next to her and a velvet cover across her lap. Janelle gave her a look. She didn't appear ill. Perhaps exhausted. Not ill, though. Robyn motioned weakly towards the opposite armchair. I've simply been overburdened by everything. My hormones, the kids, and the stress. This is my body shutting down. Janelle did not take a seat. The bank statement was crumpled, so she put it on the coffee table instead. With a stronger tone than she meant, she said, I need to ask you something. Did you make any personal purchases using the previous LLC credit line? Perplexed, Robyn blinked. What? I have a connection to this account. Additionally, it has been in use. Boutiques charge for their services. Wellness facilities. I'm not like that. It's been years since I touched this. Brushing a wayward hair behind her ear, Robyn paused. Cody said he would take care of it. I didn't think. Well, I did buy a few things. It was for the family, though. The children. Emotional assistance. Therapy. I'm not feeling well. Janelle yelled, Don't you dare use illness as a weapon to avoid responsibility. While you purchased foreign rugs and chakra healing bowls, I've been living in a trailer for a year. I have to work 3 jobs to make ends meet, and you're hiding behind vertigo? Tears filled Robyn's eyes. You have no idea what I've been through. No, you don't know what I've been paying for, Janelle remarked. They were both distracted by a knock at the door. Mary was the one. She was also not grinning. She entered without being invited and stated, I thought I'd come by since TLC gave me this. She left a folder next to the bank statement on the coffee table. Janelle took it up. It contained surveillance stills from a Sedona shop that had been time-stamped only 3 days prior. They displayed Robyn, grinning, tall, and brandishing expensive gowns and scarves. No cane. No helper. No tubes for oxygen. No symptoms of vertigo. Mary crossed her arms. They have taken care of your health issues. They claimed that if something awkward occurs, such as debt, you continue to pretend. Robyn had turned pale. Her gaze shifted from the two women standing over her to the pictures. Cody informed me. Janelle interrupted her. Stop stating that. What did Cody say? That everything would vanish? That simply forging my signature would be acceptable? Mary let out a gasp. What? Once more, Janelle held out the bank documents. My penmanship isn't like that. It's close though. Cody can imitate well. He has previously signed for me. Declared it to be faster that way. I didn't think he would turn that into a weapon. Robyn stumbled. All we were trying to do was smooth things out. Mary stated icily, you weren't smoothing anything. You were stealing. Janelle drove to see a former financial advisor the family had hired when they were still unified the following day. Along with her were the documents. The counselor seems unsurprised. In Utah, there is a private account, he stated. Since before you moved into the trailer, it has been in operation. The only beneficiaries on the list are Robyn and Cody. The family LLC provided the majority of the funding, which was intended to assist with Coyote Pass. Janelle's hands began to shake once more, but not from shock this time. Out of anger. My share was liquidated? Indeed. I apologize, Janelle. However, it appears that they have been preparing for this for a while. The producers held a sit-down with the cast at the end of the week. Everyone realized it was only a boiling cauldron with cameras, but it felt like treatment. Why didn't you inform Janelle that the LLC debt was her responsibility? With the cameras rolling, one producer asked Cody directly. Cody had the appearance of a man attempting to recall lines from a screenplay he had not written. I believed I could make it right before she noticed. Robyn felt overpowered. Her physique, she's not ill, Janelle declared. That's the excuse you've been using for everything. Robyn started crying. The kind that merely screamed violently and threw their shoulders back, making no sound. This time, however, no one hurried to console her. Cody sat motionless as well. With a folder in hand, Janelle got up and left the picture. But first, a whisper, just loud enough to be captured on camera. They took advantage of me. Both of them. The pocketbook was me. The workhorse. They lived like kings and queens, including the woman in the trailer. Robyn's illness is nothing more than remorse that she is trying to pass off as a medical condition. What about Cody? He's only worried that I've finally worked up the guts to call it theft. Mary was waiting outside the building. She remained silent. Simply took Janelle's hand. They left the weeping queen and her tumbling king in the castle they had constructed on false pretenses and strolled together to the parking lot. And something broke someplace, deep within the remnants of the Brown family. Not something that could be fixed. Not now. Never. And there's more. Perhaps because Mary Brown has always been so different from her two sister wives, Christine and Janelle Brown, they have never gotten along. In 1990, Mary wed her ex-husband Cody Brown, and a year later, they made the decision to become polygamous. Christine and Janelle eventually became part of the Brown family. Mary took up the role of a matriarch over the years, helping to raise Cody's other children with Janelle and Christine in addition to her own child with him. In order to increase the size of their family, Mary permitted Cody to take Robyn Brown as a second wife in 2010. Prior to Robyn's arrival in 2010, Mary and Cody enjoyed a cordial friendship. Cody grew distant from Mary and began to love Robyn because of her quiet and reserved demeanor, which made her his favorite wife. Cody wanted to adopt her 3 children from a prior relationship, so he eventually divorced Mary in order to officially wed Robyn. Christine and Janelle severed their spiritual ties with Cody after observing his affection for Robyn. Their deeds encouraged Mary to leave Cody and go on with her life in early 2023. Mary recently discussed why she differed from other sister wives in an interview with Lee for Lesbian Speaking. She said that because she wore cosmetics, Janelle and Christine were offended by her. "You shouldn't put makeup on your face and don't do your hair," she remembered Janelle and Christine advising her, because they thought it would feel more liberating. Mary acknowledged that she complied with their recommendations up until she had unannounced guests who noticed her without makeup, which made her feel ashamed. "I'm like, okay, Janelle and Christine, you are jerks," she said in closing. "This is something I will never do again." During their camping outings, Christine told her new husband, David Woolley, in Sister Wives Season 19, that Robyn was often out with him and wore makeup, which made Cody admire her. She continued, "Cody would sit there and praise how they looked, when we'd been swearing and slaving over the freaking food and cleaning up the campsite." When Janelle's son, Hunter Brown, was irritated that Robyn's cosmetic regimen was delaying their camping plans, she had a similar experience. Mary shared her opinions about Robyn's decision to put makeup application first during their camping trip throughout the interview. Bringing up Janelle's love of camping and Christine's love of cooking, she emphasized that each member of the family has their own hobbies. However, wearing makeup was a priority for Mary and Robyn. She noted that Robyn preferred to sleep in and stay up late, which caused their plans to be delayed as she applied makeup later in the day, but Janelle and Christine were early risers. Mary's memory of the past gave the impression that she was standing up for Robyn. Mary's backing of Robyn was criticized by one YouTube user, who wrote, "Mary's still continuing to protect Cody and Robyn." Another said, "Mary seems to be having difficulty remembering all the lies the Brown family has told on the show over the years." Robyn has moved on from their connection and discovered people who genuinely care about her, despite the Sister Wives cast members' good remarks about her. There were a number of fascinating revelations during the recent airing of the Sister Wives Season 19 tell-all. When the show debuted in 2010, its goal was to present a picture of a polygamous family that worked. Rather, it detailed the family's decline. Beginning in 2021, Cody lost 3 of his 4 wives, and the Brown family has since disintegrated. The tell-all revealed the dysfunction. Cody had 4 wives and 18 children at his height. He no longer has 3 wives, and he hardly communicates with several of his grown children. In contrast to previous seasons, which concluded with Cody and his spouses attending reunions, the Sister Wives Season 19 tell-all conducted individual interviews with them. Continue reading for 7 significant discoveries. The Sister Wives Season 19 tell-all special had Christine being quite open with host Sukanya Suki Krishnan. Christine talked candidly about how her marriage to Cody lacked intimacy. Cody was unable to satisfy Christine's yearning for a loving partner with whom she could have sex. At first, Christine felt that everything was going well, but the passion gradually faded. The Sister Wives Season 19 star claims that after Cody wed Robyn Brown, his 4th wife, things deteriorated. Christine became aware that something was amiss in their marriage after witnessing Cody's intense affection for Robyn. The intimacy wasn't quite fulfilling because she felt like Cody wasn't attending to her other needs. "We used each other," Christine stated, describing their sexual encounter as a pointless act. Despite earning money from their appearances on Sister Wives and other reality TV shows, the Brown family continued to struggle financially throughout the years. Cody was charged by Janelle with financial mismanagement. She claimed that he and Robyn put their extravagant spending, such as a $1.6 million house and fancy cars, above group objectives. During the Sister Wives Season 19 tell-all special, Cody attributed a large portion of the Brown family's persistent financial issues to Janelle Brown. Janelle used to handle the family's bookkeeping before she and Cody split up in 2022 after 29 years of marriage. The other ex-wives claim that Cody made them all think Janelle was in charge of the family's finances. Janelle maintains that she was only doing the bookkeeping. Despite their prior conflicts, Cody Brown surprisingly proposed a guys trip with David during Sister Wives Season 19. Cody suggested the road trip to promote friendly relations and said he liked David's company. Christine and David were surprised by the proposal during the tell-all, although they didn't completely reject it. It would be beneficial for Cody and Christine to get along because they still have 6 kids together. Janelle opened up about her marriage's demise on the most recent tell-all program. The Sister Wives Season 19 star once expressed her belief that Cody tended to be a villain to keep Robyn Brown safe. She asserted that in order to divert everyone's attention from Robyn, he would act much meaner than he had ever been. In essence, Janelle was asserting that Cody was taking every precaution to keep his beloved wife safe. Cody soon changed his mind and acknowledged that Robyn was his favorite, something he had denied for years. The Sister Wives Season 19 star, who referred to it as the gospel according to Janelle, was unable to provide evidence to support her notion that Cody was pretending to be a villain. During Sister Wives Season 19, Cody assisted Mary in moving from Arizona to Utah, and during the tell-all special, they enjoyed a flirtatious moment. Mary bumped into Cody while loading stuff into a moving truck. According to her, it was the closest I've been to him in years. Later, during the Sister Wives Season 19 tell-all, Cody called the incident sexual in nature and voiced worries that it was disrespectful to Robyn in a one-on-one discussion. Cody continued by saying that he and Mary had a great time that day. He even expressed his wish that she had exhibited that trait when they were married. Sukanya questioned Janelle on her chances of ever becoming friends with Cody and Robyn at the Sister Wives Season 19 tell-all special. The single mother made it apparent that she was not interested in dating Robyn or Cody in any way. She clarified that she didn't want to spend time with Robyn or Cody, even though they may be friends. As if that weren't obvious enough, Janelle continued, "I just don't like them." The Sister Wives actress hasn't cut off contact with the entire Brown family, despite her desire to avoid friendship with Cody and Robyn. Janelle and Christine have become closer since she left Cody. Janelle was assisted in moving to North Carolina by Christine and her new husband, David Woolley, and they even went on a trip together. Janelle and Christine have relied on one another for emotional support despite their distance from one another. It was disclosed on the Sister Wives Season 19 tell-all that Cody frequently calls Mary his favorite ex-wife, which annoyed his other ex-wives Janelle and Christine. During an emotional incident where Cody assisted Mary in moving to Utah, the remark was made. The title, in Janelle's opinion, minimized her own relationship with Cody. Christine dismissed it as Cody's attempt to rewrite history, and she is now happily wedded to David Woolley. After Sister Wives Season 19, Cody's relationships with Janelle and Christine are still tense, but his connection with Mary is doing well. Living in North Carolina, Janelle stays away from Robyn and Cody. In June 2025, she referred to Cody as a failure in plural marriage. Since leaving in 2021, Christine has not spoken to her ex-husband directly. The fans are left wondering about the Brown family's future as Sister Wives Season 19 draws to a close following an intense 4-part tell-all special. It's clear now that Cody Brown's several families are in ruins. Mary, Janelle, and Christine, his 3 ex-wives, have all moved on from him and are content with their new lives. Unfortunately, it appears that Cody and Robyn Brown, his surviving wife, are still upset about their clan's disintegration. This could be the last straw for Cody's deteriorating family dynamic, as he just disclosed that he wants to leave the United States in order to escape the instability that has been all around him. Avoidance is the Brown family patriarch's preferred tactic, as every viewer of Sister Wives knows. Cody had a history of evading responsibility, whether it was by leaving his first 3 spouses when they dared to disagree with him, or by vanishing from his kids' life whenever they showed signs of hurt. Another example of the reality star putting personal peace above all else is his sudden wish to move to Europe and pack up his entire life. Cody and Robyn began discussing their marriage and their falling out with the former Sister Wives on the January 5th episode of Sister Wives Season 19. Cody revealed during a confessional that he was feeling the need to escape the toxic vibe he had been coping with. The father of 18 openly prioritized his own wants over those of his children, which is really startling. Although many of his children are still in elementary school and college, Cody acknowledged that he feels the major shift is essential for his own well-being. To put things in perspective, Cody also acknowledged that he did not think his relationships with his ex-partners would ever get better. The reality star continued, "I want to leave this place where I can't see it, be surrounded by it, or feel it anymore." Cody totally disregarded his role in the dissolution of his multiple families by saying this. The thought of Cody relocating to a completely new place with Robyn and her children while purposefully disregarding the conflicts with the other children is as self-centered as it gets, even though it's easy to see the allure of a fresh start. The reality star is deluding himself if he believes that a change of scenery can resolve all the problems that have caused his family to become as dysfunctional as it is now. The degree to which Cody prioritizes Robyn and the family he has created with her over all other relationships in his life is also evident in his remarks. He is still a father to his elder children, even though he is divorced and does not get along with his ex-wives. Robyn is unimportant to Cody and should be discarded along with the rest of his history. Yet he still acts like everyone else. Because of how far he had driven everyone away, the patriarch of the Brown family had no one to grieve with except Robyn, even during Garrison Brown's memorial ceremony. Cody was shown holding on to the flimsy resemblances he shared with Garrison, while Janelle, Christine, and their children were observed grieving together. In actuality, though, he was never truly there to create any memories with his son. Perhaps after a loss like this, Cody does want to get back in touch with his kids. But regrettably, he never puts in any effort. Instead, he constantly takes the simple route, which involves being defensive and clinging to his ego. Realistically speaking, Cody's preparations for this lavish vacation in Europe are more complicated than they first appear. They aren't prepared to abandon him, even though he may be prepared to put all of his troubles behind him. First of all, compared to some regions of the United States, polygamy is less prevalent in Europe. The majority of Europe still prohibits polygamy, despite certain nations having more progressive social policies. Relocating might make it impossible for Cody and Robyn to adopt new sister wives and resume their previous way of life in the future. In addition, he and Robyn recently purchased a $2.1 million home in Flagstaff, which represents a significant financial commitment that the pair would have to manage if they decide to transfer. However, it's likely that Cody hasn't even thought about any of this considering his propensity of making snap decisions. Let us know in your comments. And stay tuned by subscribing our channel to get more updates like this. Thanks everyone.